Hey everyone, this is Adam Hernandez, and this is my lab 2 report. This experiment, an introduction to this lab report. This experiment was to observe and to also compute a model of levitating two charged tapes or U tapes, and seeing instead of using a single point charge, we distribute the charge over a certain length of tape. Some of the fundamental physics that I use here were there are electric fields, there are forces, some gravitational forces, and the theory of superposition. The experiment consisted of two U-tubes attached to two pencils at their ends. One of the U-tapes was drooping, and the other was held taut. The U-tape that was held taut was on a movable surface that could go up and down under the drooping U-tape, and then the drooping U-tape was held stationary, and I would move up the surface to a point that where the drooping U-tape started to levitate. So the mass of the tapes, each of them was 0.02 grams, or 2 to the negative fifth power, 2 times 10 to the negative fifth power. The length was 20 centimeters, or 0.2 meters, and the distance between the two tapes after I moved the surface up was 0.2 meters, 0.02 meters, or 2 centimeters. This was a computation model. This is now the part of the computation model part of the lab. Some of the assumptions that I made here were that the gravitational and electrical forces canceled out, so I can find my Q, and that didn't go so well, as you may see in the next few slides. So here's my code here. A couple of things that I can point out here. Here's my force, which I copied off from past lab, and certain numbers here. I'll post the full code online under the description. So some of the results here are that my magnitude of the electric force was 1.5699 times 10 to the positive 5, and my magnitude of the gravitational force was 1.962 e to the negative 4, which is completely different. So that's why I'm saying there's a very big difference, and my assumption was wrong at that time. So that's the results. So here's some questions that there are. So what if I model each point for you to teach as a single point charge like previous lab? Uh, they're both very different because of the assumption I made for this lab. Because if I would have not made the assumption, it would have been my charges would have been very similar, and that's why I'm saying that's why my assumption was wrong in previous slides. So these estimates differ because one was without any assumptions, just the straight numbers, and then this one I just assumed that the gravitational force and also the electrical force canceled out, and that was not the case, and my numbers were very off. Thank you and for listening to this.